So, you ever have that moment where you are at a crossroads and, like, no matter what road you pick, you know for a fact that you're going to deal with some problems? Yeah, this is what this is right here. What is up, Dibs? It is your boy D. Welcome back to the channel and another Brown Dust News information and drama video. Cause today, I don't even know how the hell I feel right now. I don't know how I feel about this one. Like, I don't, because I'm not mad, but I don't know if I'm happy either. So before we dive in, you know the routine. Leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and let's go ahead and dive in. So I've just been chilling recently. I was in playing Brown Dust, playing Silver and Blood, right? Just chilling, trying to get that content out. And I'm making my rounds. I'm going around the Reddit and all, seeing what's good, what's new, what people hype about the draws and all that. And I honestly ran into this post right here, which was from the live stream, which led me to going back and actually going over it and reading through it, because I was actually pretty excited to hear some of the things that they're implementing, but I really didn't pay too much attention to this part, which after looking into it, I realized that a lot of people are very, very upset, and for good reason. So we're going to go ahead and read through this, and I'll explain my thoughts on it and why certain things bother me about it and certain things don't, and all that good stuff. And yeah, let's go ahead and dive right in. So first off, as you can see, future direction of main story. And as you can see, these were from the live stream right here. It is in English over on Reddit. And we'll be going over there in a minute, and we'll be checking that out as well. So, alright. Alongside this, we are comprehensively reviewed elements we have been continuously considering, such as story quality improvements, plans, and enhancing character immersion, and decided to re-elevate the future story development plans for Brown Dust 2 from the ground up. Wait, from the fucking ground up? Wait, why from the ground up, bro? You're at chapter 20! Okay. In particular, of main concern was the storyline following Pack 20. Story Pack 20 and the improvements of direction. For existing story packs 1 through 19, to enhance the character immersion, we are actively considering adopting a first-person perspective for the main story. So for those who may not, okay, let's go back now. For those who may not know what this entails for a first-person perspective, so for example, the gacha game that really, I would say, got me after Kingdom Hearts Union Cross was Destiny Child, another game by Shift Up. It's literally the predecessor to my favorite game, Goddess of Victory, Nikke, meaning my favorite gacha game. Destiny Child, you played as the main character. You gave him your name, you played as him, and all that stuff. Yes, the story's being told, but you are that character in that storyline, because when they refer to the main character by their name, they are referring to you, such as you won't know the master's name in Destiny Child unless you watched the animation, which his real name was Osamu. I think I pronounced his name right. If I'm butchering it, I am sorry. But yeah, basically, they want to put us in the story as the main character, from what it seems from the first person perspective. But we're going to continue here. But yeah, other games that include this is like Withering Waves, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, stuff like that are games that literally give you that first person perspective, whereas though you are that main MC in the game. There's quite a few other ones out there that is just I could just throw out there and all, but yeah, kind of like actually a good example, taking it back to Brown Dust 1. With you being the captain and all that stuff in the game, and you're in control, you're in charge, you're giving orders and all that stuff, something like that. But let's continue onward. So going on to the next part right here. Once one of the issues that has been consistently raised is that consistently raised is that while the character designs are excellent, their interactions with players have been insufficient. I can say yes and no, in my opinion, because the thing is, when you go to click on the character and all that stuff, you can talk, you can interact with them. Then you got the Gloopy Diner, where as though they're adding stuff in and all, where as though you can interact as well as getting into doing some other things with said characters and all. So I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's insufficient. I would say it could be more, but they haven't given us that for the person that's playing to build that type of, like, waifu love with the characters. But again, we'll see. Because personally, from what I'm saying, I don't mind them going for the first person perspective, but I do want to see things go in a good light and environment. So next up, it says right here, the main reason for this was that structural issues. The player does not appear in the main story, which reduces immersion in the official narrative. Although there is currently a first-person story called Gloopy Diner, I just mentioned that, the Gloopy Diner, and all that stuff. It is disconnected from the main story, as a small number of linked customers and updates relevantly slowly. Okay. Considering these points, we decided to introduce first-person perspective to the main story to reduce the introduce a first-person development perspective to the story to reduce the distance from the characters, and maximize immersion. Okay. So let's move on down. Let's continue. Of course, introducing first-person perspective alone does not automatically make the story better. The issue raised in the current story are more related to its overall quality rather than the perspective. However, we decided on this approach because first-person perspective is better suited for to convey immersion and character appeal more effectively. Okay, that is very true. That is very true. I'll also, well, no, because the storyline is actually very good as is. So, and I haven't completed the story. From what I've been seeing online, the spoilers I've gotten, like, the storyline is good. So I really don't know, like, about that right there, if that's going to make it better or worse, but either way, like, we're going to see. All right, of course, introducing the first-person perspective, yada yada. Okay, I did that already. I'm sorry, I read over there. I'll also share the thoughts process behind how we plan to implement the first-person perspective. The first approach is for the master to naturally join the storyline after story pack 20, building a relationship with Justia and the other characters from the first person perspective. So this part is why I can say people are upset, and it's going to get worse right here as we go further down on why people are upset. Because right here, the Gloopy Diner part, in my opinion, and the part right here with them doing it after chapter 20, which I think is the best idea personally, to go after chapter 20, because spoiler alert, from what I found out, Lathel is gone. Like, he's gone after chapter 20. I don't know if he's dead. I mean, after chapter 19, I don't know if he's dead or what's going on, because I haven't caught up yet, but supposedly that's what's going on, and that's, like, I guess how they're going to implement us as the main character, or as the master MC, into the storyline in this case. And the way I can see this right here is, like, a lot of people like Lathel. I like Lathel and all too, and it feels like I want to get to the rest of this, and then I'll explain my feelings and why I think it's a bad thing but a good thing. All right, so in perspective. Meanwhile, the story pack 1-19 will be renewed while maintaining a certain third-party perspective. So I gotta rush through story mode now because y'all are gonna redo it. Like, so I want, huh? See, I don't like this. See, I don't like that idea personally, because if you're gonna rework it, why not make a separate line? Then give that one a no, that might cost more money. So never mind. I can't even say that. I don't really like this too much, but at the same time, I do like games from the third party perspective, so I have mixed feelings here. But let's continue. So meanwhile, story pack is 1-19 will be renewed while maintaining a certain third party perspective. And since all characters may have potential romantic elements with the master, in the future existing chapters, existing characters pairing flags will need to be minimized as much as possible. Oh, I knew it was coming. So, okay, so what this means? Okay, so what this means, because we got this right here. I see something replacing Lathel. I'm not. Oh God. Okay, so what this means is what I was just worried about. So, you know how we have Justia in the Lathel thing, was that we see that Justia and Lathel are extremely close and all, right? People pair them. So now Justia is going to be your girl, like 100%. You're going to be the one traveling with her. You're going to be developing that bond and all with her. And what this entails and could possibly what happen here, and I don't want to bring this situation up, but this is exactly what the fuck is happening, or seems like it's happening, because I don't think they mean any harm by this. I really don't think they mean any harm by what they're doing here. But exactly what happened with that game Girls Frontline 2, with that one character that was with the terrorist character and all, helping them, and he has to sing a song for him and all that shit, and like the CN community went freaking crazy about it, talking about they got cucked, they got NTR'd because the main MC wasn't there during the 10-year time skip or whatever it was. So I can see a situation like that happening right here, right here, because now, we are cucking. It seems like we're going to be cucking and NTR and the hell out the characters in game. But that's what it seems like. I know that's not what they're trying to do, bro, but that's what it seems like. I think that's what a lot of people are going to be pissed about right here. All right, so continuing onward right here. However, our concerns about whether it could integrate well, so the master's main narrative wouldn't feel out of place, and that fact that story packs 1-19 will need to be completed before moving to pack 20. So you know what? I actually can. If what they're saying right here, we are going to keep Lathel. Period. And if they go keep Lathel, bam, by when he disappears or dies, we they implement us as the new main character. We are there to take his place, to carry the mantle or whatever. Like the only way I can see this happening is if Lathel is dead. If Lathel is dead, that's the only way I could really see this working. Because how about this? They found out that Lathel has like a brother or something, and we end up being the brother. It has to make sense. It has to make sense on how they're going to implement this into the story to make it so the MC, us as the master, is going to come in and take the story and end up being in Lathel's place now. This also pulls up a topic that I don't want to talk about with the Lathel, but you like when it comes to like the minimization of love story flags or relationship flags. This means with the relationship with Huntress as well as Gray is going to be kind of messed with, as well as the relationship between Gray or Scheherazade or whatever. Possible situations like that could be an issue here, because honestly, I think it's freaking hilarious that Beatrice is a freaking stalker. That shit's fucking hilarious. So I mean, at the same goddamn time, I don't know. But let's continue. We're now on the secondary approach right here. Secondly, the approach is to replace lap. What? Okay, so this a part of this? So it's a secondary. So I'm thinking this is the second idea they got. Okay, yeah, this is definitely the second idea they got right here. So let's just see what they're cooking up. All right. Secondly, the approach is to replace Lathel. Oh, I hate that. Replace Lathel with a new persona from Story Pack 1. This approach removes Lathel from the narrative, allowing the player who has seen the ending of Brown Dust 2 to dive back into the Story Pack 1. In a first-person story perspective, the protagonist primarily serves as a background-like presence. So yeah, basically that does seem like basically we're NTR right now, boy. That's basically what it feels like. In a first-person story, they're talking about Lathel right now. It seems like in a first-person story, the protagonist primarily serves as a background-like presence, since the existing Lathel has a strong defining traits. There are concerns about whether players could fully immerse themselves with the new persona, and also worries that the master's persona in the Gloopy Diner could end up being different from the character from the main narrative, creating a contradiction. Yeah, that could be a problem. That could be a problem. We also explored several other options. Alongside these, we decided to proceed with the first approach. Okay, so they're going with the first approach, whereas though we'll enter the story after after story chapter 20 or around chapter 20. I guess, like I said early on, I believe Lathel disappeared, or he got taken to the night world, or he's dead. I don't know. I'm not there yet. So like I said, spoilers here. So yeah, alongside that. All right, so the goal is to have the master naturally appear in the main story after chapter 20, connecting everything or organically, my bad, dyslexia, blah, goddamn, organically, while incorporating the first person narrative. So I'm guessing right here, this is going to be Brown Dust Part 2 right here, story Part 2, and this is going to be chapter boop boop boop. So I'm guessing chapter 20 is going to pop up right here on the top side right here. Additionally, we decided to improve the system so that new players can start directly from chapter 20 without having to complete all the previous story packs. It will not be story pack 20, but the first implement of part 2. What? Oh shit. Yo, are they planning on coming off Lathel completely, bro? Hold the fuck on. New players will start from story part pack 2. Whoa. Story pack 2 of part 2. It will not be story 20, but the first implement of part 2. Okay. New players will start from the story pack 2-1, while story pack 1 through 19 will be reposted to be viewed as the past narrative of the current story. What? Oh my god, yo, what? Hold the fuck on, what? What? Hold on. No, why? Why the fuck would you do that? No, why? No. I don't like that. I don't like that idea. I don't like that idea. So wait, they're basically going to just basically Thanos. I feel as though they're saying it. I don't know. I feel like they're going to Thanos the past, like Thanos everything from chapter 1 to 19, because they're saying 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. So I mean, I kind of get it. Like it's gonna be Rounders 2 story part 2, but it seems like right here is new players will start from story pack 1, while story packs 1. Okay, yeah, it's a part. It's basically meaning part 2. Okay, packs 1. Part 1 to 19 will be repositioned as repositioned to be viewed as the past narrative of the current story. Okay, again, the only way I can see this making sense is if at this point, when Lathel disappears, some way it has to make it feel organic. Like somehow, some way, Lathel has a younger brother that comes in, or Lathel, or somehow they're related, or something happens where this person was really close to him, and he wants vengeance or some shit, and he wants to come in and help. In some way, somehow, the relationship starts to get built right there. And all that shit. That's the only way I can see this happening. Other than that, I don't see it happening. I don't. Okay, so next right here, as mentioned earlier, the renewal of the existing story packs is being carried out in collaboration with the external company. We expanded the scope of the collaboration, deciding it was appropriate to view all part 1 from the start to the finish through new perspective. Previously, only packs 1 through 14 were included, but now packs 15 and through to 19 and the season event Going Home is also being consulted. Oh my god, what? So are we gonna go? So we are gonna cuck out? Oh god, are they really trying to cuck all the male characters in the game? Like, bro, it really sounds like they are. It really sounds like they are. They are. Although I don't think that's what they're trying to do, but it really sounds like they're trying to cuck everybody in the game. We will continue to share the progress updates from this time to time. Oh god, bro. Yo. Okay. To create a better story, we will actively take all the necessary measures, including collaboration with an external expert and strengthening our internal team, and we will continue working to deliver a better narrative. Bro. Okay, so right now, my point, I don't like it, but I can see it doing good if they do it right. I don't like it because I know like how this could affect the game personally. Let's go over here. So this is the post right here, and this was the original narrative that they were going to go with right here. Replace Lathel, Master takes over as first person after chapter 20. Which I mean, I honestly like this idea better. Personally, I do like this idea better. I do, because at least they're not killing off Lathel. They're not taking him out completely. Because what this entails, replace Lathel for a master or the new main character. This is what that means is they're cutting Lathel out completely. Now with this one, it does feel like a cuck. It feels like they're cucking the character. Those who know what that mean, basically, girlfriend stealing. So yeah. Oh, here we go. We got some comments as we do. Equal one equals basically reverting back to Brown Dust 2. Brown Dust is captain that isn't playable character, but rather the main character and the storyline prove of self insert, or season 1 of Brown Dust 1. The other seasons in Brown Dust 1, the other MC such as Captain's Dad, Fairburn, and who got turned into a playable character towards the end of the game. Equal 2 equal literal replacement. By the way, the devs decided to go with Direction 1, so we will not replace Lathel. Okay, but good. Yes, but this relationship with Justia is going to change, and she'll be with Master. It has already changed. It has already changed in the recent story pack. Just look at how they not interact. The story has already gone to the dogs. Yep. I wasn't able to play it yet, so I'd leave it until it's fully voiced. It's because Lathel in the party. In later stories, the copy. Alright, that's because the Lathel in the story part. Oh, wait. That's because the Lathel in the party in the later stories is a copy. Oh, so I respond to this. I'm not upset with the removal of the main character, of the male characters. They have never been the focus, and the Master is just fine being kept in the Gloopy Diner in interactive scenes. It's what makes it different than a lot of these type of games, and it's so refreshing to have genuine fantasy RPG adventure element in a NSFW game. I really hope they don't change the dialogue to be all about Master and pleasing him, etc. during the RPG story in battle parts. I hope not too. That's another thing I'm worried about. I hope they don't do that, because if they were to, they are going to destroy the freaking game. This could kill the game. Like, really, it could kill the game. That's the main thing I was thinking. Like, it will be all about pleasing him. I want to, Master, can I cuddle with you tonight? Master, can I do this? Bro, I don't want that to freaking happen. Like, I don't. This game storyline is so freaking good. Like, it really is. It really, really is. So, it has been decided they are going with Decision 1. I'm planning to come back, but now I'm having second thoughts because of this. So, seriously, they need to focus on one goddamn direction. They are going to make making turn in every corner. with the story direction. I prefer the second if they decide I prefer the second. But if they decide with the first one, I want at least wait. I want at least the for the definitive direction discussion. Definitive discussion. No, they regret next patch and change one more time. Hmm. This is actually true. They appear to not know what they're doing, like changing the story back and forth, or asking the players what they should do with the male characters and such. In my opinion, they don't need to change what is already set in the story and just focus on what to do next. You can still play it. Yeah, yeah. I can understand, man. First one is definitely better than the second. I want to play Lathel. I want Lathel to stay. All right, this is gonna be probably the one. What literally pulled me in Brown Dust 2 was the traditional fantasy setting story of both directions. Just feel awful as someone who is following along the story packs. The new direction is really just the devs um, sacrificing their creative vision for more sales, and I can't really blame them for it. IG IG, since they want the game to sell more to male audience. Just disappointing master. Just disappointing. Master in all the gloopy interactions is so barren and soulless, and so plan to read first person led a never always and lead is never always a bad experience. Exit Nikkei and etc. But BD2 exerts its personality in a way that makes him as plain as shallow as possible, and just used as a tool to show the women's romantic interactions toward him. Yeah, yeah. All right. So this last one says, "Now we can blame them. I get wanting to sell, but compromising your creative integrity for that deserves to be called out." Yeah, my bad. I had to step away. I had a phone call, so yeah, my apologies. Got one more right here I want to read. Unless I see more, it's probably gonna be more, but I'm gonna try to make it just one. I agree on what you said, but I can't imagine the fact that their creative attempt cannot feed them. They rather dump it down and choose another way to keep the lights on, which is understandable. It is understandable. Okay, so this is gonna be the last one right here because it's connected right here. If the devs themselves think that it's not compromising their vision, who are you to decide for them? That is true. That is true. I don't know if it's stopping their creative vision or not. Same. I played this game because I very much enjoyed the story so much so that I brag this game as people played for Goon but stayed for the story. So much so that I compare it to Nikkei. But this new direction is just a big no for me from me. Oh well, I guess this is it. Time to put it to rest, I guess. So, all right. I am not going to say this is the beginning of the end for Brown Dust 2. The reason why is because this could go good or it could go bad. As I stated right here, since they are going to go this direction, it don't seem like they're going to get rid of the original story right here. That Lathel is going to be there. He is going to be the footwork for everything. What I see happening is maybe they could go route where as though somehow we end up being either descendant, somehow we end up being the real person. Say Lathel. I mean, it's gonna suck. But I'm gonna say the only one other way I can see this happening is that we find out in the next chapter that Lathel was nothing but a doll or something. That he wasn't really there. Or some way, somehow, they could go that route and end up finding out that the MC, the master, is the real person that was Lathel. Or whatever. Maybe that could end up happening. I don't know. The only reason I could say that, only reason I'm giving you that conundrum or idea in this case is because of Destiny Child. When the master had fought Loki, and I forgot what chapter it was, he ended up losing that battle. And what happened was he lost his AIDS. Mona Lisa and Davi were put to sleep because Chitamani's shard broke and all that shit. It was inside their chest cavities or whatever. A part of it was inside them, which was sustaining their life force, but they were technically in a coma. What happened was the master woke up. He didn't remember who he was. He got his memory back, and then he found out that he was the incarnation of Prometheus from his past life. So I can't really say that, but what I could say, maybe they could implement a way that when Lathel got abducted, the real character woke up with some shit. That's the only way I could see this happening. Like, say Lathel was literally a character that was there, that was subconsciously materialized as the character or some shit like that. I don't know. I know this could work. But do I want it? Do we need it? No, we don't. We don't need this. But it could work. I don't know. Let me know your opinions down below. Truth be told, I'm a little conflicted, but this is the route they're deciding to go. So I have no choice but to support it. I do have a choice, but I am going to support it because, truth be told, I have seen first-person games do phenomenal. I have. Destiny Child did great until they decided to cut it off. Goddess of Victory Nikkei is doing amazing, although we have the fucking fan base in Nikkei that's bitch about fucking costumes and shit regardless. And right now, it's some shit going on with the newest thing where people are mad because like the characters and all, and them being dead, and the creator explaining that this the reason why he went for this, why he think it would be best for the story. But I don't know. I don't know. But this is what happens with a lot of Korean games. A lot of death happens. So yeah, I've played quite a few. But my point is, I don't see this being the end. I hope it's not the end. Do I think this could break the game completely? Yes, I do. I do believe this could break the game because this wasn't people wanted to have a first-person perspective, it seems, where they wanted to be more immersive and more interactions with us in the characters. And this is the route they decided to go. So there were people that asked for this. There was people that asked for this right here. So I personally don't know how this is going to work out, but I have hopes that it will go well. Like I said, if they're going to do it, they gotta make it seem not forced. They gotta make it seem organic. They gotta make it make sense that now there's another character coming in, and Lathel is no longer going to be the main playable character. But now that they do, our character needs to be able to move around with the rest of the characters on the battlefield. Meaning, what they need to do is either add another slot, like a 6 slot or 7 slot, whatever they're going to do, for us to be able to be on the battlefield with them. Because the thing was, Lathel was a playable character. Now, you don't always have to use Lathel in the story. You don't. But I'm just stating my opinion here. So please don't dig a hole in my ass or tear my throat out. I'm literally just stating my opinion that this could go either way. It could go either way right now. And either way, like I said, the crossroads, it could be a crossroads. It could be a bad crossroads on both sides, or it could be a good crossroads. Now they pick their crossroad they want to go down, which is going to be choice one, which is basically after chapter 20, which, as I said, I believe Lathel is no longer in their party at that point, that he's gone, that he's going to be removed from the actual storyline. Well, not storyline, but he's going to be no longer there for a bit or whatever. So I'm guessing we're going to be the new character. Is what it's saying is going to be like. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Personally, I know we don't need this. Personally, I could care less whether they did this or not. I did not ask for this, but I do enjoy first person perspective. I just don't want to fuck up the RPG fantasy narrative. I don't want the characters in game to be so infatuated with the MC that all they want to do is bump uglies and get their back and their butt cheeks blown out, yo. I don't want that to happen. I really don't. I don't. But only time will tell. They're connecting with third party with outside sources right now to help them figure out how they can do this without fucking everything up. So I'm going to leave it up to them. I'm not going to bitch. I'm not going to moan. I just thought I'll put this out there. Guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Your thoughts and opinions on this in the comment section down below. Because personally, I don't think we need it. I don't think we need it. But this is the route we're going. And it may be good. It may be good. I do want to see it in a certain extent. But truth be told, I could have lived without them doing this. I could have lived without them doing this. Because honestly, personally, I already saw myself as Lathel in the first person perspective because he was the main character and we were using him as well. The story was being told through him as the main character, which that's how we started the game, as him. But let me know down below what you guys believe. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your opinions. That's what I want to know. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys found this helpful or enjoyable. Even though I just put this up here because I just wanted to state my opinion and thoughts, because I thought it was kind of just out of the blue. Like, I saw it on the guy during live stream. I didn't really pay it that much attention because I'm like, oh, new story, cool. And then I went and read this. So yeah. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, check out all social media that can be found in the link tree in the description down below. The links to the Facebook, community, and gaming page, Twitch, Twitter, Tumblr, Trovo, IG, Discord, TikTok, all the above can be found down within my link tree. Also, be sure to check out all Brown Dust 2 content that can be found within the link down within the description down below, which will take you to the Facebook community page, the X, and as well as direct links to the Discord server. All that content can be found down below. It is literally marked off and all that stuff for you guys. So just go down, grab it up, go follow the stuff you want to follow and all that stuff to keep up with all the news that's going on with Brown Dust. You're going to find direct links to the news and information site right here. If need be, let me know. I'll put this link down there below if you want to read over this yourself and all that stuff too. Also, be sure to check out the game. If you're interested in playing Brown Dust 2 and you want to just play it yourself, check out the link down below. You can find a direct link to the PC version, the Android version, as well as the iPhone version. You can also find a direct link to the APK down below as well. And with that being said, remember, fun is an infinite destination. May your hearts be a guiding key. And I will see you dudes in the next Brown Dust 2 video. Peace.